In this Suga video, we will be looking at Kiko Bam, top-notchers, Delima at Jokno, prosecutors, mga survey, ligwak na, at marami pang iba. Comes over me. Ako nga pala si Board Joseph at welcome sa Universal Worthy Recap Weekly Edition number 1 o 3. You have those covered since last week, so skip to the tasks provided if it piques your interest. Here are some pictures commentary for your convenience. Kiko Bam, top-notchers ng Senado. In a stunning upset, matapos ang 5,000 mind conditioning surveys na nagsilipana with SWS, whoosh, Pulse Asia, whoosh, at Okta Research, whoosh, kahit ako, naloko. I was already giving up with my ideals na bare minimum na nga lang kung tutuusin. Ang isang Kiko Bam tandem na makakapasok sa Magic 12. They're literally the only people, the only senatoriables that I know of na who could have actually pulled off or had a fighting chance na makapasok sa Magic 12. Although, even I think na, hindi makakapasok si Kiko Pangilinan. But anyway, the Magic 12 circle na laging pinapalumuti sa mga surveys na iyan. Lagi silang kulelat. At doon ako medyo na-discouraged. I was like, look, I'm bargaining na the bare minimum that I'm already kind of being idealizing is now, not really something that would have been possible. Kaya sabi ko, kahit si ano na lang, kahit si Kiko or si Bam, either one of them would be good enough para lang merong kasama si Risa Ontiveros kasi wala siyang kasama. Pero after all these years, well, how the turntables. Anyway, hindi lang nakapasok sina Bam at Kiko, they crashed into the top 2 at top 5 spots respectively.
Hindi pa official pero reaction nyo lang kila Sen Bam, Kiko, Sen Leila, tsaka kaya Michelle.
Euphoric talaga yung pakiramdam, yung saya, parang hindi makapaniwala. Kasi because of the surveys, minamanage namin yung expectations. So sa amin, masaya na makapasok yung dalawa sa top 12. Pero yung ranking nila was so much more than we expected. So ito, parang assurance that the movement is strong. Na hindi nawalan ng tao ang tao ng pag-asa after the 2022 debacle. Very uplifting not just for myself but for the entire movement. Kasi maraming nawawalan ng pag-asa eh. Pero yung strong showing ni Bam sa ni Kiko, pati na din ng party list. Yung number 1 yung Akbayan, yung ML na hindi inaasahan makapasok, nakakuha ng 1 seat. Assurance ito na yung tao naghahanap pa din ng maayos na mga leaders.
Talagang medyo nakapagtataka dahil nga sa mga surveys na kinikilala ang lakas ng alyansa ni Marcos na halos lahat except Bongo and Bato ang makakapasok sa Magic 12 ng Senado. By the way, top 1 si Bongo and then top 3 si Bato. Even I was surprised and pleasantly so, kahit na disappointed ako sa aming mayoral elections result where I apparently became too involved with, Sir Sonny Trillanes' campaign, he lost to Along Malapitan. A huge upset for peeps who really wanted change. Although, ang hati is the same as it was nung si Egay Risa ang tumakbo noong 2022 against Malapitan plus or minus 30,000 votes. Now, a lot of people really wanted him to win. 220,000 to be exact. At ayon sa mga surveys, he only pulls off like 5-10%. Pero as you can clearly see, he got like 30 to 40% of the votes. So there's really something or a huge leap that he had gotten. Kasi talagang isipin mo yun, galit sa'yo ang tao dahil nga, again, inaaway mo si Duterte. But anyway, I had lots of reasons to vote for Trillanes. Although, he didn't win. We'll get him next time. Now, hindi lang kasi masyado naging visible at paepal si Trillanes dito sa Caloocan kahit na, marami siya napagawa. Now, of course, they went on a media tour dahil nga sa unexpected na pagpanalo at pag-top-notch nila sa mga senatorial balls ng ating bansa when they can barely get into the Magic 13, Magic 14, Magic 15 nung mga survey na pinagkakalat nila. Now, with Bam even exhilarated when he was apparently number 2 when just a few days ago sa mga survey, hindi siya makakrack ng top 12 or below.
So, currently, number 2 po kayo sa standing. Ano po yung reaction nyo dito sa current standing na ito?
Well, syempre nagulat kami with high standing. Earlier today, we were hoping na sana mag-8 tayo, mag-9 or 10. So syempre, nakakatuwa itong nag-number 2 and hitting very good results in many areas in Luzon and Visayas. So nice lang po namin magpasalamat sa lahat po ng mga tumulong. Alam ko pong maraming volunteers yung nag-ikot kahapon at ngayong araw na ito. Marami pong kabataan ang talagang pinush po tayo, pati po si Senator Kiko. So we'd like to thank everyone. Maraming salamat po and we promise po hindi ho namin sasayangin ito pong binigay niyo po sa amin. Honestly, sa show pa yun ni Karen. So number 24 to 28 of May 2024. So in 1 year, ginapang natin yung 24 to the second spot, no, kung totoo ngang mag-i-end tayo sa second spot. Honestly, kahit kung number 12 ba na ako, tuwan-tuwa na rin kami, sa totoo lang Pero syempre itong vote of confidence mula sa taong bayan, malaking bagay talaga. And from the first day na nag-start itong kampanya, I kept on telling my team, tiwala lang, no? Magtiwala tayo sa Diyos, magtiwala tayo sa taong bayan, tutugon yung taong bayan dito sa ating panawagan sa kanila. At tumugon nga sila. And gusto ko lang mag-special shoutout rin sa mga kabataan kasi hanggang kanina, may mga lumalapit sa akin, sinasabi nila, Sen, yung anak ko, talagang ikaw yung pinupush, ikaw talaga yung gustong manalo. So hanggang sa dulo yung mga kabataan, kinakampanya po talaga tayo sa mga magulang nila. And I guess pinapakita talaga ng kampanyang ito na kung gagalaw yung taong bayan, kung talagang magsisikap yung taong bayan, kahit anong forma ng politika sa Pilipinas, kayang baguhin.
And Kiko Pangilinan even thought na fake news lang itong mga sinasabi nilang top 5 siya dahil bugbog na raw siya sa fake news na naririnig tungkol sa kanya. Though, usually, derogatory yung fake news na nare-receive niya.
Hi sir, Tristan po from Newswatch. Sir, paano nyo nalaman yung results? Paano nakarating sa inyo? Kasi iba ayaw pa siguro tignan yung mga resulta po nung nag-start pumasok yung botohan. Kayo sir, paano nakarating sa inyo na pumapasok tayo sa winning circle and then eventually nasa top 5? Pwede pong pakwento lang ng konti.
Well, actually, yung team namin, meron kaming thread, no? Telegram thread. At doon ko nakita yung unang feed, no, na nasa top 5 na nga no. So akala ko fake news. Sa dami kasi ng fake news na tinatanggap ko araw-araw ng kampanya. Sabi ko, totoo ba to? Baka disinformation to, but totoo pala, no. After all, ako ata ang summa cum laude ng disinformation itong kampanyang ito, kaya talagang nakita natin apektado tayo doon sa mga survey. So nung lumabas, I initially thought well, I couldn't believe it, di ba? Hindi ako makapaniwala. And kinonfirm nga, no, nung nakita natin after a few minutes, dinouble check, triple check, and ano pala, legitimate pala yung social media card na nagsasabing number 5.
Now, it is really outstanding what the youth, vote, and persuasion can do. Hindi man kinaya noong 2022 during the height of Unithieves debacle, leaving us heartbroken with many progressives kind of giving up already kasi nga get that's 30 billion to their 15. Now, isa ako sa mga estudyante at youth na hindi nakaboto noong eleksyon. Kaya nga, mag-isa lang si Sen Risa sa Senado. At, nung tumakbo siya, and even, I think she was at number 10 at that point. Now, talagang alam nating lahat na in all realities, maganda na dalawa lang silang tandem. Kumbaga parang, mas madaling pakinggan, mas madaling i-suggest sa tao na, dalawa sila. Mas madaling isingit sa mga boboto ng maka-alyansa at maka-Duterte. And no, I won't attribute Kiko Mam's success to personalities or endorsements like by Iglesia ni Cristo or any fucking governors and all that stuff. Only the youth who bugged their parents and their peers to vote for Kiko, Bam, Heidi, Luke. It's the students pushing their parents to vote for the two. Wala ring malakasang block voting ang Alyansa and Duterte, with many even undervoting. I know I have. And I don't think I voted for any Duterte candidate, but I did vote for Abby Binay. And then the rest would be PLM and Heidi and Makabayan, some Makabayan. Now, talagang outstanding ang mga kabataan. They clutched and brought home the winning factor to surge Kiko, Bam, and Akbayan and even Mamayang Liberal to the front lines, to the top, and to do, or at least to have a fighting chance or representative na pwedeng sumama kay Risa as an independent opposition. Although, mas maganda sana kung hindi masyadong nag-dominate ang Akbayan kasi nanakawan tuloy ang Makabayan bloc with Gabriela post to losing their seat. Their only seat. Unless ma-disqualify ang isang party list ahead of them. And Bayan Muna faces delisting after failing to secure seats for, I think, consecutive election cycles already. Now, sa susunod, isasama na rin natin si Heidi Mendoza, Luke Espiritu, even Leody de Guzman, although a lot of people kind of had the icky when it comes to her and, the Makabayan bets. I mean, isipin mo, Heidi had like 6 million people voting for her, top 21. So, that's mind-blowing. Kasi kahit dito sa Caloocan, which is Duterte town, top 12 siya. So, that's mind-blowing. Akbayan, Chiljoc, Mamayang Liberal, Lailid Lima, pasok sa Kongreso. Hindi lang sila Kiko at Bam ang mga sorpresa. Nag-top notcher rin ang Akbayan na nooy kolela and hindi sana makakukuha ng seat kung hindi lang na-disqualify yung isa sa mga party list last year. Kung ba last year lang sila nagkaroon ng seat. And now they're on the top of the world but on creation and the only explanation I can find. Anyway, from no seat for most of the 19th Congress to the top notcher with 6.5% of total votes sa party lists, a 10 times freaking improvement, talagang napaka-outstanding na kanilang comeback sa politika in just 3 years. Now, we will be getting Attorney Chiljoc sa House of Representatives where he will be taking names and kicking ass.
Attorney Chel, how do you envision yourself in the House? Ano po, ang magiging stance ba ng Akbayan ay magiging oposisyon sa liderado ng Kamara or you're willing to have some collaborations or critical collaborations with the administration or kung sino man ang maging speaker ng Kamara?
Tingin ko ang pinaka-effective na opposition ay yung issue position. Ibig sabihin nun ay titingnan na dapat ng grupo at I'm referring to my group of Akbayan, yung bawat issue at ano ba dapat ang magiging panindigan namin para sa taong bayan. Yun naman talaga yung requirement, di ba, ng isang mambabatas na ang nire-represent niya, hindi naman ang sarili, kundi ang lahat ng sektor na ating lipunan. So whenever there will be issues, that's the lens that we will look through. Yeah. So maaaring magkaroon ng mga sitwasyon na pareho ang tingin na sa administration, sa issue. For example, West Philippine Sea. Yes. We're happy with the way the administration is conducting itself when it comes.
With former Senator Attorney Laila de Lima from Mamayang Liberal also getting a seat in the House of Representatives. Now, never mind the fact that there has been some kind of collusion or kind of anger between Kabataan Party List and Akbayan, but whatever. We are not here to discuss that. Although, again, as I said, sana hindi nila masyadong ginalingan and hindi nila masyadong denominate kasi nawalan tayo ng isang Makabayan bloc member, the Gabriela Party List. So, that's sad. Now, ito pa ang malupit. Narito na ang ganti at vindication! Inofferan sila ni House Speaker Martin Romualdez, sina Representatives Jokno at De Lima from Akbayan and Mamayang Liberal Party respectively to join the prosecution team para sa impeachment ni Vice President Sara Duterte.
I got a call from Speaker Romualdez. First, he congratulated me, and then he said that to be good for the prosecution team if I join them. At first, I said, can I give it a serious thought and consideration? And sabi niya, we need your immediate answer because we are making plans already, etc. So I said yes. Person who does things out of personal vendetta or vindictiveness. It's all about really contributing to the attainment of justice and accountability.
Nakausap ko rin si Speaker. Hapon, tinanong din niya kung ako'y bukas sa pagiging member ng prosecution panel. Sabi ko ako'y open at ang matagal na namin hinahabol sa akbayan ay magkaroon ng accountability ang ating mga public officials.
Which is just mind-blowing. I mean, these are two of the most capable and coincidentally progressive, with De Lima being anti-Duterte's antic legal minds of our time. So it is really quite a big deal. Kasi kung matatandaan natin, nakulong si De Lima because of some trumped-up charges. 3 trumped-up drug charges, which didn't lead to anywhere even when Duterte is in power. It's like a match made in heaven na dalawa ang nawala sa prosecution team dahil hindi nanalo ng re-election. Yung dalawa. Tapos ang papalit, si Attorney Chel and Attorney Laila. The liberals must be creaming their corns and corduroys as we speak. Now imagine if this is all orchestrated, Dinaya ang eleksyon para makapasok silang dalawa to bolster the youth movement and, push them against the Dutertes. So that's kind of weird. And I'm not here to kind of discredit an Akbayan, Akbayan in this trying times. Kasi again, you gotta take the wins that you would need. And we have to start slowly. And by slowly, we mean 6.5% of the votes in the party list system. No, talagang the only thing that I would have been kind of pushing for is the fact na estudyante, mga bata ang talagang nag-push sa kanilang mga magulang, sa kanilang mga kaibigan, sa kanilang mga kakilala na bumoto sa kanila Kiko and even just Bam Aquino. And I don't want INC to take credit, the Duterte Rift, the Alianza Rift to take credit. Kasi sa totoo lang nagulat ako na si Rodante Marcoleta nandyan sa Senado. So, now, it is really outstanding what the youth, vote, and persuasion can do. Hindi man kinaya noong 2022 during the height of Unithieves debacle, leaving us heartbroken with many progressives kind of giving up already. Kasi nga again, that's 30 million to their 15. Now, isa ako sa mga estudyante at youth na hindi nakaboto noong eleksyon. Kaya nga, mag-isa lang si Sen Risa sa Senado. At, nung tumakbo siya, and even I think she was at number 10 at that point. Now, talagang alam nating lahat na in all realities, maganda na dalawa lang silang tandem. Kumbaga parang mas madaling pakinggan, mas madaling i-suggest sa tao na, dalawa sila. Mas madaling isingit sa mga boboto ng maka-alyansa at maka-Duterte. And, no, I won't attribute Kiko Mam's success to personalities or endorsements like by Iglesia ni Cristo or any fucking governors and all that stuff. Only the youth who bugged their parents and their peers to vote for Kiko, Bam, Heidi, Luke. It's the students pushing their parents to vote for the two. Wala ring malakasang block voting ang Alyansa and Duterte, with many even undervoting. I know I have. And I don't think I voted for any Duterte candidate, but I did vote for Abby Binay. And then the rest would be PLM and Heidi and Makabayan, some Makabayan. Now, talagang outstanding ang mga kabataan they clutched and brought home the winning factor to surge Kiko Bam and Akbayan and even Mamayang Liberal to the front lines, to the top, and to do, or at least to have a fighting chance or representative na pwedeng sumama kay Risa as an independent opposition. Although, mas maganda sana kung hindi masyadong nag-dominate ang Akbayan kasi nanakawan tuloy ang Makabayan bloc with Gabriela post to losing their seat, their only seat, unless ma-disqualify ang Samporteles ahead of them. And you know, Bayan Muna faces the listing after failing to secure seats for, I think, consecutive election cycles already. Now, sa susunod, isasama na rin natin si Heidi Mendoza, Luke Espiritu, even Leody de Guzman, although a lot of people kind of had the icky when it comes to her and, you know, the Makabayan bets. I mean, isipin mo, Heidi had like 6 million people voting for her, top 21. So, that's mind-blowing. Kasi kahit dito sa Caloocan, which is Duterte town, top 12 siya. So, you know, that's mind-blowing. At yan ang pagtatapos ng Luis Worthy Recap Weekly Edition for roughly the 3rd week of May 2025. Positions number top is center course the balitas if we will presented them in any way. Salamat sa panonood baka pong warming, like, subscribe for full sa socials and of course, Joseph will be linked down below. Sa susunod muli, of course, paalam. Bye.